What's up, everybody? I am going to take today and practice, and then if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments if you're watching this later, or in the chats here, and I will answer those. So for today, I'm gonna start by practicing I always start with scales. And I do not have that much time today. I have about 20 minutes before I have to start teaching. So I'm not gonna be practicing for a super duper long time. But what I am going to do is start with my scales, and then I'm gonna jump actually right into the Mozart. So the reason I always start with scales, and I know I've said this a few times, but the reason I always start with scales is it's so important to set up your ear for good intonation. It warms up your hand, warms up your bow, just all the things. So it's just like an all around amazing warm up to start with. I'm not going to start with super duper slow scales today. Oh my gosh, my words today. I'm not going to start with super slow scales. I'm going to start with 4 notes per bow. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm still doing the C major scale. Yeah, but like I said, if you have any questions or anything, put them in the chat or the comments, and I will answer those as I go along. I have to make sure I'm practicing, but because this is my practice time, but also then I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have. I think I'm trying to talk too fast today. Okay, here we go. C major scale. Ooh, my hand already feels a little bit stiff. Okay. We're gonna go 4 notes per bow. And now I'm gonna go 8 notes per bow. I'm gonna do that one more time. Just for the heck of it, because I need to, I'm going to practice those top notes a tiny bit. They're a little bit out of tune, so we're going to practice those just a tiny bit, starting from the top. Next, I'm gonna go 12, and while I'm doing 12, I'm actually gonna pull out my, sorry, I don't mean to, my music's down a little closer. I'm gonna jump into Hermele. The reason I use Hermele, I don't use the fingering or anything like that. I think I talked about this, but I use the Hermele book because it divides them very nicely for you, so you can look at the music. Ooh, let me show you. You can look at the music, and it divides it perfectly into 12, and I can never remember what 12 is when I'm trying to do the scale. So that's why I'm gonna look at the Hermele book and do my scale by 12s. Oh my gosh. So that's 12. Now we're going to go the entire scale. So I'm going to do the entire scale up in one bow and then it down in another bow. So basically I'm making the scale go faster and faster and faster while having to, so my fingers have to move faster and faster, but my bow is needing to have more and more bow control. It took me a while to say that. The entire scale up in one bow and back down in another bow. No, sorry, we're gonna do the entire scale up and down in one bow. Nope, didn't make it. Okay, here we go. There we go. Woo, did it. Okay. So that's all I'm going to do for scales. And then I'm going to jump, like I said, I don't have too much time. I have, oh my gosh, okay, like 14 more minutes. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the Mozart violin concerto. I'm doing the Mozart concerto in D major. And the reason I'm doing this, I have played this one a few times in the past, but it's been a long time since I've done it. I'm trying to get my fingers back into shape. And so that's why I'm kind of doing a bit of a more simple concerto before I jump into more stuff. I'll probably do Mendelssohn next month, and then I want to start doing Sibelius and what do you call it?
Sibelius.
My husband calls it Sibelius, the Sibelius concerto. Okay. Anyways, okay, let's see. Any questions? Hi. Hello, everybody. Good to see you all. Thanks for being here. Play Paganini. No. Okay, listen, I just talked about this. The reason I'm not playing Paganini is I am, what's the word? I'm trying to get back into shape. So way back, like not even 10 years ago, maybe like 8 years ago when I was in college, I was playing all the crazy stuff. But then I took a break for a little while and now I'm back playing the violin again as of like a few years ago, but I'm only just getting back into it. So to like, I can play Paganini very, very badly. I used to be able to play it really, really well. We're getting back there. Okay, we're gonna get there. Okay, we're not playing it today. Sorry, but yes. Okay. Question: how do you practice vibrato as a beginner? I feel like somebody had this question the last time I was on live, but I will answer this again. So I actually don't think if you're a beginner violinist, you should be worrying about vibrato yet. I would say vibrato is more of an intermediate skill. So when you're a beginner violinist, like if you are a beginner violinist, focus on the basics, like the basics, focus on making sure you know how, like the proper posture, your bow is playing properly, and just making sure that everything is happening properly before you start learning vibrato. Because if you try and jump into vibrato, like you're changing the entire structure of your hand as you play. It brings into effect like a whole another slew of bow issues. So just don't even worry about learning vibrato if you are a beginner violinist. Focus on being a beginner violinist and focus on getting those basics really, really down, and then worry about vibrato once you've got all those and you're at a really, really solid level. And I kind of say my general rule is to say, like, if you can play a G major scale, I generally say if you can play a really good G major scale, you're probably about at the level that you're getting ready to play vibrato. Like if you can play it smoothly, you're happy with the intonation of it, all that kind of stuff, you're getting to that point. I hope that helps. Who said that? Jojo boy. I hope that helps. Can you give a roadmap? Oh, for a beginner violinist, a roadmap for a beginner violinist. I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but as in like what songs to play. That's kind of difficult. I would say to pick up like the Suzuki method And I love the Suzuki violin method, and then go from like, do book 1. If you're a beginner violinist, do all of book 1. And then once you're into book 2, that's when you know you're an intermediate violinist and ready to learn vibrato. Also, just honestly getting a teacher. Teachers are not, I think everyone thinks teachers are really expensive. You can find some really, really decently priced teachers that are not expensive. So don't be afraid to try and find a teacher. I mean, what to start with and what to learn in what order. Yeah, I would say pick up like the Suzuki method, and don't be scared to get a teacher. That's what I would say, because it's really hard for me to tell you exactly what to do when I don't even know what level you're at. You say you're beginner, but like there's lots of levels of beginner. There's beginner like can't play anything. There's beginner can play a little bit. You know, there's anyway lots of different levels. So, oh, that was for, oh, Jordan. Well, thanks for asking the question. I hope that helped. Okay. I can only answer a few more because I gotta get back to practicing. How often should I take classes? If you mean like private lessons, I would say weekly. If you're super duper serious and you want to get really, really good faster, twice a week to 3 times a week. Some of my students I see 3 times a week. It just kind of depends, but it depends on your level, how fast you want to go. And also like obviously the price expounds very quickly. So kind of depending on you. And also, if you're trying to learn on your own, nothing is wrong with learning on your own and seeing a teacher once a month or something like that, just to be able to help you tweak things. That's something else too. Oh, you can't get a part of the teacher, the part of the world you live in. What are you gonna do? Hey, I don't think you can say that because there's online teachers. Believe it or not, I teach online. So there's online teachers that can teach from anywhere. So even if you're like, there's nobody here, gotta be savvy. There's people out there. Okay, I'm gonna keep practicing because I have 9 minutes left. So I think I'm gonna run through the first 2 pages of this. I'm gonna answer more questions in the last minute or 2 that I have, but for now I'm gonna keep practicing the Mozart concerto. Okay, I was gonna go on to the next part, but I am there's so many things in that we're gonna work on. Okay, so starting from the beginning of this. Oh my gosh. Kind of as I'm playing through the song, I'm always making like mental notes of like what needs work. There's too many mental notes in there for me. When I do this section right here, I always forget to lift up my third finger in time. And then that's the sound, like it's very subtle, but that's the sound you get. So I need to practice that. And when you're practicing fast notes, the best way to practice it is with scoobies and doobies, which sound like this: Scooby, 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 Scooby. And then doobies are the opposite: short, long, short, long. And then you kind of want to mess up the bowing a little bit, like, or basically practicing it in a million ways, like the most ways you possibly can. Like, see, my brain needs to learn it. I like that. So now I'm going back and I'm going to add it in and see how it goes. Much better. Now the next thing I'm going to do, okay, I have to stop in 1 minute. Every time I play this, oops, sorry, my phone was losing battery. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop there. Let me see if I can answer some questions. Will you be making a demo CD? No, goodness gracious. Hello, what was the first thing I should learn about the violin? What is the first thing? If you're planning to learn the violin, the first thing you should learn is how to hold the violin and how to hold the bow, and then learn pepperoni pizza. I think that's the first thing. Okay. Oh, I love that they're inspiring, keeping you chasing your goals. Love it. Amazing. Do you know Winter Vivaldi? Oh man, my brain just blanked. That one, that's Winter, right? Like this one? All of those ones. I'm trying to think what the third movement is. Darn. I used to have all of them. I played it with the ballet so long ago. It was beautiful. I cannot remember them all. Okay. Somebody else. How long will it take for me to be at your level? So I've been playing for 30 years. I don't want to say that that's how long it will take you, because like I said, I stopped for a little bit in there and everything, but if you're learning now, I would recommend getting lessons and having, like, you have to have lessons. If you want to get to like a professional level, you have to have lessons. Like, don't try and learn online. So find a really, really awesome teacher and have lessons with them as much as you possibly can and learn as much as you can. And then I also did go to school for, music composition and violin performance. So, yeah, that's how, but I mean, like, I don't think it's hard to get to the level that I'm at, honestly. I've seen kids that are like 10 be at the level that I'm at, and I'm like humiliated over here, like, wow, okay, they're playing like much better than me. So I wouldn't say it's like actually that crazy. How many hours a day do you practice? You're seeing it right now. I practice for 20 minutes and 59 seconds, and I have to teach in 1 minute. So that's gonna be it for today. It kind of depends. Honestly, just the consistency is the important thing. I think I saw a video that said, if you can practice 16 minutes every single day, you will be far and away better than everybody else that is practicing inconsistently, or maybe you practice for like 1 or 2 hours on one day and then you don't practice for a week. So just the consistency of it is the absolute best. And that's why I'm here, just being consistent and practicing every night, even if I only have 20 minutes. So yeah, okay, let me ask. Okay. Oh, you're 21. Well, hey, you can get there, don't worry. And what's the next step if you know how to hold the bow? Yeah, I would say like pick up the Suzuki method, get a teacher, and that's how you'll know the rest of it. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys. I have to go because I have a student I have to teach, but it was so good to see you all. I'll be live again, I think on Saturday or at least Monday for sure at 7. So I'll see you guys all then. Bye. Let's see, how do I end this thing? There we go.